So guys, we have a bit of an update when it comes to the murder or disappearance of Mollie Tibbetts. So this next article has a whole bunch of articles all put into the one video. So we're going to sort of skim through them, otherwise it's going to be a very long video. So in case you don't know, Mollie Tibbetts was a 20-year-old who went out jogging and she later disappeared. It has been found out that a quote illegal migrant or immigrant has gone through and killed her, although they are now challenging that narrative, but we'll talk about that in a sec. A lot of the backlash or a lot of the push has actually come from the Republicans, who are saying things like, for example, Chris Coburn on Mollie Tibbetts' murder: every crime by an illegal alien should never have occurred. So Kansas Secretary of State and Republican candidate for Kansas Governor Chris Coburn, might be mispronouncing, says every crime committed by an illegal alien should never have occurred in the wake of the news the 20-year-old college student Mollie Tibbetts was allegedly murdered by an illegal alien. There she is there he is there. So this week law enforcement announced that Tibbetts' body was found in the cornfields of a rural home of Brooklyn, Iowa, after she was last seen jogging on the 18th of July. July, yes. Yeah. Illegal alien Christian Balthazar River, it's always the hyphenated names, a 24-year-old from Mexico, has been charged with first-degree murder in her death after police say he admitted to confronting and chasing down Tibbetts. The Ottawa alien lived in a region of Ottawa that was surrounded by sanctuary cities. What a freaking shock horror. So yeah, at the end of the day, and I completely agree with what the actual senator is actually saying here. The fact is that if this person was not allowed in the US, if they had been stopped at the border, Mollie Tibbetts would probably still be alive to this day. Fact is that the left would love to go through and push this narrative of every gun killed, every gun that every school shooting that could have been someone being alive, which is complete hyperbole, because at the end of the day, we don't know if that's the case. All right? We don't know if banning guns, for example, will actually go through and drop the amount of homicide rate. We banned guns in Australia here, and we haven't seen much of a difference when it came to deaths, when it comes to homicide. Yeah, there's been a drop in firearms, because obviously no one has a firearm anymore, but people then just learnt to pick up the axes, swords, whatever it may be, and start attacking people with that. So, yeah, banning guns not necessarily is going to change the overall homicide rate, but we do know that going through and enforcing border control would have stopped this murder, because he wouldn't have been in the country. But let's keep going, because there's about 5 or 6 articles anyway. Police illegal alien accused of murdering Mollie Tibbetts used stolen ID to work in the US. The illegal alien accused of murdering 20-year-old college student Mollie Tibbetts used a stolen ID to make it seem though he was working legally in the United States, law enforcement says. So the illegal alien Christian Balthazar Rivas, a 24 from Mexico, has been charged with first-degree murder in her death after police say he admitted to confronting and chasing down Tibbetts. Balthazar River, might be mispronouncing, worked at Yerevan Farms, a dairy farm in the region. The farm owner, Dane Lang, might be mispronouncing, originally said that he used E-Verify system to check whether Balthazar Rivers was an illegal alien, saying that he passed the screening. Which is obviously going to make sense because it was, well, fake ID. I believe he got stolen ID from someone else that looked like him. So yeah, it would have been a real name, which kind of makes sense. Although Lang admitted that his farm did not use E-Verify to check the legal status. Okay, so he didn't. He lied. Noting that the illegal alien used a fake or stolen passport ID to provide fraudulent social security card. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. So he didn't actually use it in the end. Obviously, that is something that obviously you should do. the farm owner partly responsible, but a large amount of the responsibility has to go into the legal. Moving along, how many more Katie Steins and Mollie Tibbetts do politicians need before they stand up to protect Americans from illegal aliens? So Republican Lou Bartlett, might mispronouncing Republican, slammed Washington D.C. politicians Monday, asking how many more Americans such as Katie Stein and Mollie Tibbetts have to die before lawmakers stand up to protect Americans from illegal immigrants. Which is a really good question, because like I say, the left always want to go pushing this narrative that, you ban guns, you'd save lives. Well, we don't know if that would necessarily happen, but we do know that if you close the borders, it will save lives. But anyway, NBC guest refers to Mollie Tibbetts as some girl in Ottawa, being talked about on Fox News. Wow, really? On Tuesday on MSNBC's The Beat, Fordham University professor Christina Greer noted how Fox News Channel is talking more about the girl in Ottawa than Paul Manafort conviction and Michael Cohen plea, referring to the 20-year-old college student Mollie Tibbetts, who was allegedly murdered by an illegal alien. I'm sorry. I think an illegal alien murdering a citizen of a country is more important than campaign finance charges. Like, who cares about campaign finance? You literally have a dead body. Probably should be more important. Just saying. Regardless of political spectrum. But anyway. Just on that before we'll skip over to this one, Professor Christina Greer apologizes for calling Mollie Tibbetts just some girl from Ottawa. So obviously she's had to retract that. Elizabeth Warren weeps for illegal immigrants after Mollie Tibbetts' murder. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren protested that the treatment of illegal immigrants following the murder of Mollie Tibbetts during an interview with CNN on Wednesday. The person who allegedly murdered her, Tibbetts, is an undocumented migrant. Mike Pence and the president have suggested the laws need to be stronger so people like this were not in the country. CNN's John Berman told Warren. I don't think there are laws that do need to be changed. But at the end of the day, even just enforcing the ones you have would be a very good start. Building the wall, stopping migrants, stuff like that. Elizabeth Warren's also come out and said she's so sorry for Mollie Tibbetts' family, but Trump is still separating migrant children. Wow, didn't care about Obama, did you? But anyway, Wednesday on CNN's New Day, Senator Elizabeth Warren changed the subject to family separation when asked about 20-year-old Mollie Tibbetts, who was allegedly murdered by an illegal immigrant. Warren said, "I'm so sorry for the family here. I know it's hard, not only for the families, but for the people in her community, the people throughout Ottawa. But one of the things that we have to remember, we need an immigration system that's effective, that focuses on where the real problems are." Well, I'd hate to tell you, Warren, but I think dead people tend to make it a problem. But anyway. And also since then, a heartbreaking Mollie Tibbetts family just released a devastating statement. This actually happened a couple of hours ago. And that actually reads as Mollie Tibbetts disappeared on the 18th of July 2018 while jogging in or near Brooklyn, Ottawa. After more than a month of searching, investigators located a body in a farm field in rural Perthshire County on August 21st, 2018. An autopsy is being conducted, but the results will not be available immediately. Charges were filed against Christian by the Rivers, who will appear in Pakershaw District Court at 1 p.m. on August 22nd. The family of Mollie Tibbetts has asked the information to be conveyed to the members of the media and the public. So our hearts are broken. On behalf of Mollie's entire family, we thank all those from around the world who have sent their thoughts and prayers for our girl. We know that many of you will join us as we continue to carry Mollie in our hearts forever. At this time, our family asks to be allowed time to process our devastating loss and share our grief in private. Thanks again for the outpouring of love and support that has been shared in Mollie's name. Remain forever grateful. So yeah, guys, obviously go through and try to give the family some space if you can. This is obviously going to be a very hard time for them. No one should have to bury their child, especially from someone that's an illegal alien, reportedly. But anyway, accused Mollie Tibbetts killer demands not to be called an illegal alien. Okay. Federal immigration officers confirmed to Breitbart News on Wednesday that they have no records of a 24-year-old Christian Bathurst Rivers, a man accused of murdering 20-year-old college student Mollie Tibbetts. This week, law enforcement announced that Tibbetts' body was found in a cornfield in her rural hometown of Brooklyn, Iowa, after she was last seen jogging on July 18th. Bathman Rivers from Mexico has been charged with first-degree murder in her death after police say he admitted to confronting and chasing down Tibbetts. The illegal alien lived in the region of Iowa that was surrounded by sanctuary cities, as Breitbart News note. Bathurst River attorney is now seeking a gag order to prevent the government from referring to the accused killer as an illegal alien or an illegal immigrant, because it just goes against their narrative, claiming he has legal status to be in the US. Okay, prove the documents is all I got to say on that. In a statement to Breitbart News, though, officials with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, USCIS agency, said a search of federal records revealed that Bathurst Rivers does not have a lawful immigration status in the country, indicating that he is, in fact, an illegal alien. Anyway, a search of our records by USCIS revealed Rivers did not make any DACA requests, nor were any grants given. USCIS spokesman Michael Barrs said in a statement, "We have found no record of our system indicating he has any lawful immigration status." So at the end of the day, look, yeah, I definitely think he was illegal. So yeah, look, at the end of the day, what's the takeaway from all this? So look, at the end of the day, I think that that he's an illegal alien? Yeah, probably, yeah. And at the end of the day, is it true that if he hadn't been allowed in the country, she'd still be alive? Probably, yeah. The fact is, if he was an illegal alien, and at the moment we're running off that assumption, then yeah, he would not have been in the country. He would not have been able to kill her. And what seems like, from what I guess, is she rejected him, or she wasn't interested in him. So he chased her down, in a car or something? Like, Jesus Christ, dude, how unhinged do you have to be to get shitty with the girl because she rejected you? And that's my assumption of what happened. Obviously, we don't know yet. We'll obviously find out later, but it's obviously something along those lines. But, holy Jesus Christ, like, and this is not just something that America is dealing with. This is something that we've all been dealing with. Australia, Europe. You look over in Europe, for example, migrant crimes over there. In Australia, we have problems with African gangs and Muslim gangs. Like, gee, it seems like it's always a certain sort of, illegal alien or migrant that comes to your country that seems to cause a lot of problems. I'm just saying, just going where the facts are, not being racist or anything, but just simply going where the figures go. And, no, at the end of the day, yeah, it's... obviously, look, at the end of the day, if you are in your country, if you live in a country and you commit a crime, that is, obviously, you're going to get punished. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, the society puts up with a certain portion of people being criminals in their own society because of the social contracts that we have. There are going to be certain groups that go through and be killers and stuff like that. The problem is with migrants is that at the end of the day, they're coming from another country. They don't have that social contract. Let alone at the end of the day, if someone's willing to cross the borders illegally, what does that say about their views on your country's laws? If they're willing to break the law to get into your country, then at the end of the day, they obviously don't care about your laws in your country that much. What makes you think they're going to care about paying taxes or supporting, or being contributing to society or murdering someone even? At the end of the day, if they're willing to break the law to get in, then what else are they willing to break when they get into the country? And yeah, I totally agree. If this illegal alien, presuming that's what he is, because that's what they're saying, if he wasn't in the country, Mollie Tibbetts would still be alive. Well, possibly still alive anyway. Probably still alive. Who knows? She might have fallen down a cliff or something. Got, something random like that. But the fact is at the end of the day, this guy killed her. Chances are she'd still be alive if he wasn't in the country. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do these sort of reports, does it change your mind on immigration? Do you lean more towards stronger borders, or do you lean more towards, look, it's just a shame, it's a once-off, it's only a small minority? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, or anything regarding this story. We'll have a discussion about it. If the video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new, channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.